Good morning. My name is Debbie Ramsey, and I use she, her pronouns. I serve as one of your Board of Trustees members, and I'm happy to welcome all of you on Zoom and in the sanctuary to the Tahoma Unitarian Universalist congregation. Unitarian Universalists are a community of people who hold many beliefs, many origins, identities, sexualities, and genders. We uphold and celebrate the inherent dignity of every person, which means you are welcome here just the way you are. Love is the power that holds us together as we gather in community to seek life's deeper meanings and to celebrate the diversity of all living things. We are all growing and learning from one another. If you are here for the first time, we bid you a special welcome. After the service, I will be in the sanctuary right over there by the table with the red tablecloth to answer any questions you may have about Unitarian Universalism or our congregation, or if you have questions about how to become involved in our community, just ask. And there is a new member meeting. There's a little green sheet out at the table there for an event in January. I also encourage you to explore our website, tahomauu.com. At that website, you can sign up for our weekly e-news that includes information about the important and fun events going on in congregational life and how you can participate. There is so much happening here at Tahoma UU. From our DRE, our RE students have been busy elves. The elementary kids decorated 50 gift bags, and the youth group filled them with warm items and delivered them to Nativity House on Christmas Eve. Our youth clothing drive was also a big success, with donations going to Associated Ministries, who are especially grateful for children's clothing. Thank you to everyone who helped make the holidays brighter. More exciting youth social justice news is coming soon. And also, our youth now officially have their own game room, stocked with board games and now home to a foosball table. To help keep the space safe and fun for everyone, please note, youth under 11 should be accompanied by a guardian or parent. And please avoid bringing open drink containers into the room. And we are so excited to see this space get lots of joyful use. You have an announcement? Okay.
Sad to bring to you news of Joe McKay's passing. He's been an intermittent member of our community for many years. Often didn't come because he didn't have any money to contribute. Was a intermittent member of the safe parking team. And when it came time to choose whether to pick up trash around the property or clean the porta potty, Joe always chose to clean the porta potty, which made him a particular hero for me. Anyway, Joe McKay, a good guy.
And I'd like to invite up Sheila from our auction team.
If you've been looking at the e-news, you know that all we need is love. And that's the theme of our Valentine's Day auction. And we are going to start accepting donations on January 28th. So that's the last Sunday of the month. And we will have the auction website in the newsletter. You can find the donation form there. And out with the old, in with the new. So if you're starting to clean up your space in January, like people do, that's a great time to say, that would make a great auction item. So start thinking about events that you could host or activities that you could host or items that you would like to get rid of that would fit in the auction. And Debbie and David Pettit and Teresa and Penny Douglas are also on the auction team. So if you have questions, you can ask them as well. Thank you.
Thank you. You are also invited to join us for social hour immediately following the service, right over there. For those of you who are newer to our community, we have red coffee mugs for you to use if you would like to identify yourself and be approached by people who would enjoy getting to know you. Also, the red mugs hold more. If you are someone who would benefit from a large print hymnal or a hearing assistance device, they are available at the back of the sanctuary. We want to remind everyone that our services are available through Zoom and posted to YouTube, which means if you come up front, your image may appear on those venues. As we begin our service in this beautiful place called Tahoma by local Indigenous tribes and nations, I acknowledge that we meet today on the land of the Coast Salish people, including the Puyallup tribal nation, land from which they were forcibly displaced. I honor the resiliency of Indigenous people and stand with them as they continue to protect their culture, land, and water, and fight for their visibility, sovereignty, and very existence. On a personal note, I want to add that I would like us to see more than just do a verbal acknowledgement. Lastly, please set your electronic devices to worship mode. Let us exhale deeply and settle ourselves into this holy moment of sharing and receiving. Now let us join together in worship.
Sorry. Thank you, Marianne. It's beautiful. So I am Margo, the Reverend Margo Rinehart. I'm the minister here at Tahoma UU. I'm sorry that I missed you all on Christmas Eve, so it feels especially good to be here this morning. I use she, her pronouns, and I want to read, I don't know how many of you have seen this card. It has been sitting up here next to our safe parking basket. And maybe someone has read this before in another morning, but I don't want you to miss this. If you are new here, we have safe parking, which is a county program out here in our parking lot for people who are living in their cars. So we work with the county to provide them a safe place to be. And they reside overnight out there. So this is from two people who left this program, Safe Parking, for housing, and they said, please read to the congregation. It was time for Leon and Violet to take another path where we need to be. Thank you for all you provided for us. We are grateful for this experience. The path has led us to a group of wonderful people, meaning all of you. I hope many more can come here and enjoy the peaceful nights. So if you ever think that that's such a small thing we do, no, it is a huge thing that we do. And you can contribute in the basket up here. I have some words, but before that, I am wondering if there are any new people out there that would like to introduce themselves. Don't feel like you have to. It's an invitation, not a mandate. I'm going to grab the microphone. So if you're new and you would like to introduce yourself and say where you're from, I'll bring you the microphone. All right. And again, never any pressure to do so, but we also really want to welcome new faces and hear your stories. This morning's words are from Paul Vachon. As we come together, let us pause to take stock of the new year now concluding. It's moments of happiness and hurt. It's times of accomplishment and failure. It's occasions of inspiration and fear. We add these experiences to the tapestries of our years, and we look bravely toward a new horizon. And I invite Naomi up to lead us in the chalice lighting.
Hello, my name is Naomi Washburn. I am your celebrant for today. I use she, her pronouns, and I would like to invite Debbie Ramsey back up to light the challenge. All right, you'll join me in the words on the screen when they come up. We light this chalice in deep respect for the mystery and holiness of life, in honor and gratitude for those who have gone before us, with love and compassion for those who dwell among us, and with hope and faith for the generations to come. Thank you.
And because Lauren led everyone through song on Christmas Eve, I very much wanted her to be able to have the option of having this morning off. So I am filling in for her as song leader. So our opening hymn is number 1, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door, which is a favorite of mine. May nothing invite, oh, there he is. They're having a special morning in PJs today.
Testing. Okay. Before I invite the young and young at heart to come up here, first I would like to ask if you have any food bank donations to please hold them up so the children can come collect them. And for those of you who might wonder why we're all in our pajamas, we are having a pajama breakfast party downstairs today. Are we all almost, is that almost everything? Oh. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. So some of you have already added to this board things I want to leave in 2025. And is 2025, and next Sunday it will not be, right? 2020. Oh, sounds fun. Well, I would like each one of you to take this expo marker and write what you want to leave behind in 2025. You can also draw a picture. You guys can write all at once. Yes. It's a hard decision. Yes, I get you. Oh, you got something, Charles? All right. The bike. Okay, a bike. Looks like Christmas. Avalon. Okay. Go ahead. Let somebody else come up. Well, we're gonna get to that. Okay, bike. Well, it doesn't have to be a thing, right? Hmm. Is it too cold? Is it too hot? Okay. Hey, Avalon, give somebody else a chance. Yeah. Yes. Mm. Okay. Okay. Your turn. Come on. We've got old books. We've got an old bike. The heat. It's too hot. Global. Some might call that global warming. Mm. I have been warned that it is just the beginning of it being cold outside. The snow or the rain? Ah, the rain. Okay. You don't have to put something if you don't know. Yeah. Go. Go. Okay. All right. It's okay. You can be my volunteer for something else. How about that? Here. I'm gonna tell you when, okay? Okay, so we've got the heat. We've got all my fears. We've got an old bike. We've got I like turtles. 20 pounds, ditto. I wrote, KC not making it to the playoffs. Old books, Now here's the fun part, right? This is all stuff we're not gonna have to deal with next year, right? Emmett, can you wipe it all off? Oh, look at that. We're just making a whole new clean start, aren't we? Oh, we could totally do that downstairs. Yes. The heat, buy heat. That's a little high. Buy 20 pounds. Buy old bike, buy old books, Christmas. The Chiefs not making it to the playoffs, although I know most people are happy about that in here. But doesn't it feel good to be like, oh, we're just going to wipe this away and start all over? Oh, well, it's not perfect, but and life isn't perfect. Okay. Well, with that message about how sometimes it feels good to just leave it all behind and wipe up and start over, we are going to, goodbye. That's right. We are going to go downstairs and enjoy some pancakes.
And now is the time when we invite you to support what we do here at Tahoma UU. If you want to donate to our cause online, you can go to our website, www.tahomauu.com, and you can click the Give or Donate button that's on the page, and it'll walk you through how to do that. You may want to do that after the service if it's your first time. And if you're in the sanctuary, you can give during the collection. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right. You join me? We dedicate ourselves and our offerings to the work of this congregation, weaving a tapestry of love we call community, both within and beyond these walls. Thank you.
So we will now join together in singing hymn 34, Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire. Rise as you are in body or spirit, as you are able. You can see that all my pack ratting tendencies have moved from my office up here into the pulpit, leaving the microphone, the card. It's okay. I want to start with a reading from Ade Kraba. This new year. Let this year be a clean slate of new beginnings. I pray for stamina to finish things left uncompleted, to call on people I neglected last year. I pray for courage to rally in the cause for peace and justice, to speak out in support when others remain silent. I pray for empathy to better understand the pain and suffering of others, to continue engaging heart to heart. I pray for patience when seeking resolution to problems while making a new beginning after an ending. I pray for creativity in seeking new meaning in service, engaging others in service to the beloved community. I pray for peace between friends and families, between communities and countries. All these things I pray for in this time of beginning in this new year. So perhaps some of us have passed by the hurry and the bustle of Thanksgiving and Hanukkah and Christmas. Maybe a moment to catch our breath and to distribute our leftover cookies. Let me just say, I always find New Year's to be a quiet holiday. I often stay home on New Year's Eve rather than being out and about. But there's something about this marking of a new chapter that really appeals to me. It's worth pausing for, to take stock of what is still meaningful and serves me, upholds me, and what it's really time to let go of. Or start letting go of, as we know, that can also be a process. And it's really special to me that it occurs close to the winter solstice, that dark time of contemplating and moving in eventually to the new light and what enlivens us. I think of solstice really as the end of one year and the beginning of the other, rather than New Year's Eve and New Year's. So this morning, we're going to spend a little time, maybe in softer contemplation than we normally do, and then have a ritual of letting go of what doesn't serve us. I want to acknowledge that this sermon was inspired by Tim Atkins, who I will talk about, but also Joan Schneider. So the Reverend Tim Atkins is a Unitarian Universalist. He's a religious humanist, which means he believes in the good in humans, and he believes that we should be striving to have a meaningful and value-led life. But the religious part is that he still enjoys participating in what we think of as maybe traditional, more traditional church rituals without believing in the Christianity part. So you'll hear a little of this in some of his quotes. He shares that the New Year is the most meaningful winter holiday for him. Again, because there's not the Christian piece or the Jewish piece for him earlier in December. He shares that he chooses the New Year's time as a touchstone and as a solid bedrock for the coming year. He chooses one word, not a phrase, not a paragraph, one word to be a value that he wants to live his life around and meditate on for the coming year. His advice to all of us is that will help. That is a simple way of helping you put your values into practice every day. He's done this for several years. One year, he used the word embrace. Another year, it was the word explore. Another time, it was delight. And a few years ago, it was roots, and so on and so on. He used that single word as a theme for the entire year. It became like this mantra that he could use to guide his decisions and actions. And for example, the year he chose the word roots, he had foreknowledge that there would be a geographic move for him in the coming year. It would take him to a different spot in the United States where he would need to find new friends, he would have new routines, and he would be in a different, new community. It was also the first time he would be living in a house rather than an apartment. And so roots for him literally meant he was very excited about planting a vegetable garden. It also meant how to stay tethered to what he left behind in his move halfway across the United States. It's also useful at the end of the year, he says, to look back upon your year through this lens of this one word. Looking back on how many times he explored new things, seeing everything through that exploring lens. Or a different year, looking back on how many things delighted him, and were there new things that delighted him that he hadn't seen that way before. And the year he chose roots, as I mentioned before, about setting down roots in new community, while staying tethered to friends and extended family that he was leaving behind. It was also about exploring his family roots more and understanding his family's cultural identity. And also, he took a dive more deeply into the roots of his belief system to better examine and understand sources from humanism that drove his actions. He says, when I look back, instead of reflecting back on the year in terms of often negative events as I had in the past, I reflected on events in terms of the value for the year and the amazing things I did that year to embody that value, unquote. I would say there are also lots of not amazing, just everyday small events that make up the year. So he invites you this morning into this practice of choosing that one word. And he has a little prayer for you. And it's interesting. He's a humanist, but he calls it a prayer. Maybe a blessing works better for you. This is for you from Tim. May we all be grounded in living our values in the coming year. May we spread our wings to new heights in the coming time. May the fire of your commitment to your personal, religious, or ethical values burn brighter than ever before. And may we all be authentically ourselves in the coming year. So for me, I didn't actually choose a word last year, but I've spent the last year leaning more deeply into my Western Buddhist spiritual practices. So if I had chosen a word for last year, it probably would have been metta. Metta meaning loving kindness. And I joined an online meditation group this fall that meets Monday through Friday on Zoom from 6 to 7, which they call happy hour. And I can't make a lot of those sessions, but I try to get there at least twice a week. And I meditate on my own on the other days around this loving kindness. So these meditations are taught by very experienced Buddhist teachers, all focused on loving kindness, or metta in Pali. Loving kindness for the individual, for you, and then for others, and also for just the online group, which is called the Sangha. And I love about halfway through the meditation, the teacher says, if you have not yet focused on yourself, this might be the time. So the more I practiced, which I've really been doing for 3 years, but this has been in a more organized, concentrated way, the more I realized I can encounter more situations with loving kindness for the people involved and for myself. And let me say, because I am human, loving kindness is not always my first response in a situation. Let me just say, it might even not be my second response, but my goal is to always get there eventually. And maybe over time, as the years go on, I get there more quickly. I've especially focused on my mother this year, as our relationship can be complicated. I also want you to know I have my mother's permission to tell these stories about her. I wouldn't be telling them otherwise. But I've really focused on her this year because our relationship got more complicated as she struggles with physical pain and this real frustration of not being able to do all that she did before. She's 98 years old, and sometimes she takes it out on me because I'm the person in the room and she's frustrated. But if I respond back critically in that moment, all that offers her is more pain. But if I can respond from this metta, from this loving kindness, compassion, she can at least know that I heard her and I took her experience seriously. She will know, and then we are better able to hear one another. And that way there's a small opening. And what I've noticed is we can work better in tandem to address her concerns. Or sometimes I can just witness her experience in a more supportive way. So I'm going to try this practice. So I've been doing this one word thing more informally, but I'm going to try it formally this year. I'm going to try this, what Tim Atkins says, choose one word and see all my actions through it. And at this very moment, I am really torn between, do I go back to metta and do another round of that? Or do I move on into what I think would be the word would be flourishing? I only have a few seconds to decide because we are gonna write it on a note very soon. And it's a tough choice to narrow it down to one word. You'll start struggling with this. But remember, there will be many other years to choose from. So as we come on this edge of the new year, let us try to be still for just a moment and reflect. Like Janus, the god with two faces, whom January was named for. We're going to glance back first. Actually, no, I've got that wrong. We're going to glance forward first and glance back second to guide us into the new year. But let's see if there's some clues in 2025. Think of things you accomplished this year that you are proud of. Was there any special blessing that came your way this year that maybe you weren't even expecting? And are there things you started this past year that you want to take into the next year? I am hoping when you came in, you received two pieces of paper. One is yellow and one is a weird starchy paper. Did anybody not get these? Okay. Can you give this to Dave is going to pass some of these out. We have lots. There are pencils. It should be in the seat in front of you. There should be pencils. So you are going to start on your yellow paper. So on your yellow paper, I want you to write down that one word for 2026. So that yellow piece of paper is your treasure. I want you to put that in a safe place where you can take it home. Maybe you want, if you have an altar, put it on your altar. If you're like me, it's things I want to see every day, I tape to the bathroom mirror or to the side of the microwave. Sorry. You are picking 1 year, one word for 2025, 2026 on the yellow paper. 2026. Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah. So going forward, this is your word that you want to meditate on for the year, that you want it to be your lens for how you see your actions and behavior. And you're going to take that home with you because it's now your treasure. You are allowed to change your mind. But on the other piece, this other flimsy piece of paper is made out of starch. So we are going to write on here what we want to let go of. And Sean tried to get us started with the whiteboard. So what we want to let go of might be something that feels burdensome, or something we're doing the if I'd only, those regrets we have that we can't fix. So it is time to let it go. Maybe something you did, or something you didn't do. So this goes on the small, white, slick feeling piece of paper. And when you're ready, just bring it up here and put it in the water. So we've now created the symbolism of what we don't want to carry, what we're letting go for the new year. Things that might have made us feel unkind in moments, things that might have made us carry anxiety. And we invite a blessing from Janus, the spirit of good beginnings, to fill us and cast a light of hope on our year ahead. May 2026 be a year of personal growth for you, a year of healing, and a year where you are able to receive blessings. May we be held by this love into the time of beginning again and again. There is a responsive reading on the back of your order of service. So you have the part in bold and I have the lighter print. In this new year, may we leave behind the weight of unfilled resolutions or unrealized dreams and of unrealistic expectations. May we unpack the heavy weight of stories that tell us we're unworthy or unlovable. May we carry the weight of memory that reminds us of who we are, and the weight of spirit that reminds us we are still becoming. In this new year, may we carry kindness, gentleness, and hope that hold us through even the hardest days and the most daunting risks. May we carry the seed of knowledge that teaches us that improvement and growth aren't linear and individualistic, but are cyclical and communal. May we carry the wisdom to seek rest and connection and to lean into mutual care. We carry purpose lightly, trusting that it changes and evolves and surprises us. May we carry curiosity, wonder, and the ability to be surprised. This year, may we carry space for all our flaws, all of our longings, and all our love. May we carry these prayers and carry each other into the new year. We will now join in our closing hymn, number 301, which I think we know. Touch the earth, reach the sky. In our imperfect ways, in the ways that we are beautiful, in the ways that we are human, we are here together. And Happy New Year. And let us all make this a year that upholds us and nurtures us and allows our community to uphold one another and to grow. Amen.
All right, I'm gonna invite Debbie Ramsey back up to extinguish the chalice, or are you doing it? Okay. Never mind. All right, if you'll join with me. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. All right, and now if you will all rise for our closing blessing song.